Yes.
Welcome. Yeah. So thank you. Good to be back to my comfortable home space. Sorry for the last few weeks. It's been vagabond, and so I've joined you from all kinds of spaces and devices. It's lovely to be home and be comfortable from desk. So we will today do something exciting, cashing in on confidence. Thank you, Gurdeep, for putting it all in place. Thank you, Manisha, for all you do. If I was to ask you, Manisha, what do you understand by confidence?
When
What
we
does
talk about
confidence mean to you?
confidence, according to me, is ready for all the activities and trying to take care of the extreme ends. Like both the ends should be meeting together and be alert and just check out our weaknesses and to deliver it in our with our strength.
Good. Gurdeep, it's very interesting. Have you ever cashed in on your confidence?
Uh, tough question. I don't
Think
know what to say. Yeah, thinking, still thinking.
we have quite a house full. We have over 100 people today, so I'm sure they're looking to an exciting session. And
Yes.
thank you everyone for your confidence in us. It's so nice to have you all. I have my two co-hosts with me, my dear Manisha and Gurdeep, who steer the ship together. So we are all your co-pilots. In the aircraft, there's space for only one co-pilot. Here, there's space for three of us. So thank you for being here. People from all across the country are here from various schools. You know what is interesting, Gurdeep? I am finding that slowly Teachers Academy is becoming more exciting than my good school. And Manisha will tell you that whether it's exams or I don't know what the season is, we have more teachers and less children this season. What do you think the reason for that is?
I think because of the examination days, children are busy these days. Even our schedule is very packed, but still we are able to manage, like we are
Yeah, but
able
the
to.
answer goes for teachers also. They're also busy these days.
But
I'll say it
students are
is
feeling more pressurized these days, to be very honest. They are very
Okay.
pressurized.
So now let's get into cashing in on confidence. Maybe we understand why we can handle this pressure scenario. So we ran a little poll last week asking you that what if we just stop sharing the book on the screen? And only one person voted. So that means 100% voting. Now
Yes.
if I look at that as 100% means I should not share the book.
But then everyone should buy the book.
Yeah, either you should buy the book or you should be prepared to listen to a story. See, let's be very honest. Now, we as teachers have to set an example. If we can't invest in a book, how do we expect children to buy books? That's first. Second, if we share PDFs, I think it's very unfair to the author.
Yes.
It's like
Agree.
sitting in an exam, it's like copying, and it's not fair to the author, it's not fair to the publisher. It's just about not fair to anyone if we decide, okay, we will not buy the book, but we will photocopy it. Now, when we share screen, we're actually almost photocopying the book. Let me be very honest with you. So we photocopy a chapter and show you next week. So I personally feel, if you ask me, that we should not share screen, perhaps not in the Teachers Academy, and set the example. And maybe in due course, we could implement that to my good school also. As of now, we have a little challenge in my good school because our students are coming from far off places. They don't have access to books and bookshops. I'm not sure if that applies to teachers. Manisha, does it apply to teachers?
Sir, could you please repeat your question? I
Yeah, you have. If you want to buy the book, do you have access?
Yes.
Yes, yes. These days, so we can easily buy online.
Lovely. So I've got the answer for two now. Gurdeep, would you like to share the blog?
Yes,
We will
yes.
just look at recollect last week's chapter, and then we will read today's chapter. So leave this, open another tab, the Teachers Academy. Yeah. Let's go to last week. So last week we were talking of Cambridge Chronicles and how Show Me a man of 5 generations at Cambridge ended up there, the atmosphere there, how learning is different in that university. And he came back on very simple things. How will you bring in real world learning? And we talked about facing setbacks. So, how do we prepare students for facing setbacks? Then Chomi talked about one to one instructions, customizing instructions. And this week, I think somewhere I have shared, Manisha, maybe in the GSI journal, a very interesting post on customized learning. So please refer to that. Now, coming to that, can anyone share the WhatsApp screen? We can tell people where to find reading material. Would it be possible to share a WhatsApp screen? Add, see, if you open the WhatsApp in your browser, then maybe you can share it in this browser itself. You won't get confused. So add a tab, web.whatsapp.com. You can open it that way. You can open WhatsApp on a web. You can do it that way, or I'll give you simple instructions. Maybe I will show this on the phone and actually. So when you open your WhatsApp, let me just open mine. So when you open WhatsApp, is this visible to everyone? Yeah? Or should I come closer? Better now?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So this is the Good School Alliance community. And in the community, you will see groups below. So in the groups, you have my Good School group, which is for the Sunday school. You have the Afzal Khan Foundation, which you won't see because that's one we work with. You have the Teachers Academy. I think most of us are there on that. That's how you reach here. In addition to that, there is one which says GSI Journal. This is not okay. Yeah, there you are. You're doing it that way. Can you just show the groups? Lovely. You are a champ, man. That's why I call you Teacher Center Ambassador. You're the only one who has that title in the world, Teacher Center Ambassador. So look at this. Can you explain how to use this, Gurdeep? How do people reach here and how do you use the various groups? What is the function?
So this is the main group, Good School Alliance. So we can see different groups here.
Yeah, it's not the group. This is the community.
Community, yeah, but I
Difference
can't
in
see.
community and group. Why you can't see the communities? Because you have typed good on top in your chat. Now
Okay,
you remove
so
that good from
I
top. Cross that good from top. Yeah. Now go back to chats. You will see the other chats then. Sorry, we are exposing your WhatsApp to
no,
public.
no, it's
Sorry about
fine.
that.
It's
So,
fine.
yeah. So if you go to Good School Alliance, you have the community. Okay. Now you click on top on the community. In
Here,
fact, if you go into community info, it will show you the groups in that itself. Go to the info, yeah, scroll down this, go below, yeah. You'll find below. It'll tell you the groups inside this community, yeah. It'll tell you here. Go down here. Now you have
new
manage
groups.
groups. Click manage groups. Okay, you got it. So
Hmm.
this is the community. Inside community, you have my good school. So my good school is for Sunday. So if you want to join us on Sunday, follow that. Teachers Academy, I think everyone should be there. GSA Impact is ideal for teachers, coordinators, people who are doing the fellowship program, people who are doing My Good Schools internship program. This is the team which helps us implement all our processes, systems, and training. Then we go to the GSI journal. This is the group I'm keen you all join. Can you open GSI journal? Yeah. So if you see GSI journal, interesting things happen there. In GSI journal, we are sharing with you some posts to read. We share about the poetry session. Once a week or maybe twice a week, we will share something interesting to read, which is of policy, which is of design, which is of professional learning. So I suggest that if you are there in the community of Good School Alliance, please pick on the GSI Journal group. Thank you, Gurdeep. Let's go back to the Teachers Academy. Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah, let's go back to the Teachers Academy. So at the Teachers Academy, we were at Cambridge. So we hope you found this useful. If there are any posts below this, you can read. Any comments you have below this? Naga was very excited, by the way. He wrote me a very warm note for having invited him.
But that session was very enriching. Like last
Yeah,
session
yeah,
with the
absolutely.
author was amazing experience.
Yeah. So you have comments below this?
Mm.
Okay. So I suggest people, come on, give us a comment. Okay, at least say Sandeep that shut up if nothing else. So please comment here. Cheer us up. Give good words for Manisha if nothing else. Cheer up, Gurdeep. We all serve you pro bono. Let me be very honest with you. So at least write something there. We at least know that you have been here and there is some content you have taken home. That's my only request to you. Okay, let's get to today's chapter. Cashing in on confidence.
You want me to share
Yeah,
with
I should
you?
share it today. Share it today. Let's not. As a teacher, you have to have a heart. You can't just not have a heart. So we are sharing the chapter today, and we are hoping that in due course, some of you will download the Kindle book and not encourage us to cheat like this. If the situation weren't so serious, we would have burst out laughing. The man looked like he was going to have an apoplectic fit if we stayed a bit longer. So we took our leave before he booted us out. It was the year 2000 or Y2K, as it was more fashionable to say back then. Raj and I were already in the field of education for 6 to 7 years with Vikas, but we had no idea how to raise funds for starting a good school as we planned to. We had tapped our friends and extended families, but succeeded in raising only about rupees 2.5 crore. That was in no way sufficient, but that was the only money we had. We were also worried because we were getting into a school venture without thinking of consequences. Taking a loan with the only other option. The total cost of the school project on paper was 26 crores, over 5 times more than the rupees 5 crore then needed to start an engineering college, or the rupees 15 crore required to open a medical college. We were clueless. Where would the money come from? So we went to a bank for loan. Raj and I both knew the bank's general manager, but he was aghast when we told him why we had come to meet him. Are you crazy to start a school by investing so much? He sounded incredulous. Not only will I not recommend your loan, I recommend that you do not get into such a misadventure. So back to square one. But there was no going back for us. We had already spent the rupees 2.5 crore we had raised on buying land, which meant we now had to build the school, come what may. I'll take a pause here. There are a lot of questions coming. I think Manisha, you'll answer the questions, please. Yeah, so please answer them, whatever people have. I just want to clarify one thing. Yes, these webinars are open worldwide, but we hope the schools and teachers will help us sustain. How we survive is because schools contribute to the back end operations of the Learning Forward India Foundation. As a teacher, you may not have contributed because you may have got the invite and joined the webinar. We love you, we welcome you for that. We will never say no. But the important part is we encourage you to go to diljito.com and please contribute. If you contribute, you get access to a certified program. The certified program lets you post blogs. The certified programs gives you professional help from our end in editing. The certified program will promote your personal and social development by highlighting your achievements on our extensive media network. Our media network extends about 15 lakhs. So if your post is very well read, a simple example is when you go to the Happy Teacher blog, you will see that it's reaching almost 12 lakh reads. So that's how you will make your confidence. You will cash in on your confidence when you write on blog posts. And Gurdeep and Manisha are testimony to that. I'm going to pause here and ask you, Gurdeep. It's been a few months you've been here. Do you think you've been able to cash in on your confidence being at the Teachers Academy?
Yes, yes. I think I have attended more than 20 session. And after reading the books, like otherwise we don't get time to read the books. But I always look forward to these sessions on Saturday where we know we have to join Teachers Academy and we have to read the book. And it's all about habit formation, to be very honest. And gradually I'm building this habit to read the book, and I'm feeling more confident and more empowered, and daily we are learning something new. And when I go to classroom these days, now I have become very conscious now. So whatever I'm learning here, I'm applying all my learnings in my classroom. So in that way, our children are also getting benefited from this, and I'm also getting benefited. And moreover, when I share my reflections in the group, and you always post on LinkedIn, so I feel very happy when I see my post on LinkedIn. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, in fact, LinkedIn is our most loved platform,
Yeah.
and it's interactive because people respond on LinkedIn, and that's what I liked about LinkedIn. And if you ask me, yes, we do occasionally share on Facebook, but LinkedIn is a preferred medium for two reasons. One, LinkedIn also promotes us because they
Yes.
like what we do, and we are a not-for-profit. Similarly, Microsoft supports us, Canva supports us. So you will see our work little more than you would see a normal feed. Now that's where you can cash in on your confidence. And there's no charge for this. I
Yes.
mean, we do no influencing for anyone. You are a teacher, we love you, we care for you, we just share your post. And we firmly believe that knowledge must flow free. Knowledge must flow like a river, with due regard to Guru, with due respect to a teacher, and respecting knowledge as well as intellectual property. Sorry for that. So let's read on. Thank you. So we are cashing in on confidence. We are reading on. Now, how do you get a bank loan when you have so little money? Let's see what these two young guys did, which is Raj and who's the other one? Gurdeep? Naga. So it's a story about
Yes.
Raj and Naga. So last week's chapter was more on Shomi. This chapter is more on Naga and Raj. It alternates like that because the two rail lines don't meet, but they go together. So on one rail line is Shomi, and on the other line is Raj and Naga. So let's see where they meet, and how their ideas fructify into perhaps one of the most successful schools post independence in India, which got sold to a global private equity company. So this was a path breaking thing that happened. As if lack of adequate finances wasn't enough, another problem cropped up. He had already paid for the land. When the master plan for Cyberabad was drawn up by the government, the plot was right on the path of a road. And so we had to request the landlord to return the money. And he took a very long time. In the meantime, we had to buy another plot. By then, the project had taken on momentum of its own. We had given the advance of a new plot to start the construction of the building. But since we had already announced the opening of the school, we started it from a rented property near the Jubilee Hills checkpost in June 2001. We are almost 25 years in this book now. The first Oak Ridge School had got going, but the troubles were far from over. By the time the plan of the school was approved, the master plan by the state government had been rolled out. In between, land prices had gone up, but since we had already started the school, we had no other choice but to continue with the project. We even started regretting our decision to start the school without financial closure. Just when it seemed the project would flounder, help arrived. A consortium of four banks gave us a loan of rupees 10 crore about a year and a half after we had started the school. We had come very near to calling it quits. Had we listened to common sense and naysayers, we perhaps would not have started Oak Ridge. But then, at times, your own ignorance and madness turns out to be a blessing. Investor's instinct. Another blessing was our instinct for investment, crucial in any business. In our 30 years of entrepreneurship, there never a day when there would be rupees 1 lakh in our bank balance. It was like day one when we had started without any money and taken small loans from friends and family to start Vikas. And whenever we made some money, we would put up one more campus, open a new center, go to a new city, bought a site, or construct a building. We always reinvested the money we made. As a result, we never had any cash reserves. Rather, the reverse was happening. We had huge loans, which were growing every day. What that meant was that till our exit from Oak Ridge, we were always in a cash starved situation. People around us thought we had gone crazy. We would keep borrowing, not only from banks, but also from friends, and paying interest on the loans. I would also take loans from my wife and pay back with interest. So, this happens in most families. I have had the privilege of being of generation fourth in the same business. And believe you in me that despite the fact we are over 100 years old, every month is a challenge. We don't get salaries because we are owners of the business, but it's always a challenge. Let's take an example today, the 1st of March. Now, I was away for 1 month almost from my workplace. So, which meant all the vendor payments and all the bills to be cleared, which are done by us in the last week, were all on my table today. And God forbid, when I came here, I realized that the cash to bank is just about the same as the bills. Now, that's God's grace. It's astute management because we are able to control our inventory on projection, sales, and purchases. And this challenge happens in every business, in every entrepreneur cycle. It happens in your home. You have to balance your budget home. It's not easy for every individual to balance a home budget also. It's as complex as anyone managing a business or a school. It is not an easy journey, but luckily our personal life was frugal. So now this is important. It is not an easy journey, but luckily our personal life was frugal. Now today in this consumption driven world, this sentence has immense meaning. We have to balance our personal needs. Now just because we have money doesn't mean we should spend it. And today India's credit card debt is almost 36% of the credit card holders and is unserviceable near the short term. Now, unfortunately, we are all getting conned, if I may use that word for lack of a word off the cuff, on consuming more in the pretext that that will help build our economy. But that's not a solution. We've always been a society which is frugal, which is saving society. India's strength is personal savings, and government also uses your personal savings to grow your GDP in the country. So this is a very never ending debate, but I think this sentence is important. It was not an easy journey, but luckily our personal life was frugal. As teachers, please set the example. For long years, till nearly 212, I lived in a rented house, paying a rent of rupees 10,000. That was the sort of controlled living we had. We shared a car and kept our personal expenses low. while putting every penny into the future growth of our business. For many years, we could never pay the bank interest on time and use the 3 months grace period, making the payments only on the 90th day. That too, only a part of the payment. And we borrowed even to pay the interest. Our unsecured loans were piling up, but we were willing to take the risk. Our families and network were large, fairly large. Our intentions were always right, and people too knew that. As a result, if somebody needed their money to be returned, we would tell them that we would pay them back the next month. We would then go to somebody else and get the required money. See how interesting this is, how the chain keeps going. For a long time, till 2016 or 17, my credit card would always be 100% outstanding. I used to just clear whatever amount that was minimum payable. We were that stretched. Till 2017, I had the highest limit on the credit card in those days, which was rupees 15 lakh or something like that. The card was fully used, but never for personal consumption, only for productive, meaningful purposes to ensure wealth creation or for children's education. I have a famous quote which I say philanthropy, the word philanthropy or the deed philanthropy. Philanthropy does not mean giving, it is not donation. Philanthropy is social wealth creation. And I think that is the key. And we as a society are philanthropes because in our way, we always used to doing these things, giving little, little, little. And when you give, please don't give for consumption, but give for social wealth creation. And social wealth creation will then generate more resources for a larger society. A key factor that would over time lend solidity. Interesting word here, Gurdeep, is use the word solidity, not solidarity. We want to check on the meaning of solidity. You just pointed the meaning. Just click on the word, we will get the meaning. Yeah, it should come here. Doesn't show meaning.
It's not showing here.
Okay, so it should be,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
here it is.
yeah, there is a
State
meaning.
of
Oh,
being
interesting.
firm.
It's a noun, the quality or the state of being firm or strong in culture, the sheer strength and solidity of Romanesque. Okay, lovely. That's good. Thank you. So do explore this interesting word. I found it interesting. Maybe you have good better than me in English. A key factor that would over time lend, I would have said solidarity. That's a more common way. I'm sure Gurdeep solidarity will hit you before solidity. Lend solidity to our enterprise was investment in land. So now the meaning becomes clear when we read the latter part of the sentence. I had learnt from my father that investment meant investing in land, not in jewelry or liquid assets. When it was our turn for many years, when it was our turn for many years, our investment was only in expanding the business. Like if we had one campus, we would start one more, whether it was for the junior college or later for Oak Ridge. Those plots and buildings were the underlying assets of our business. Luckily, we were in a business where there was a need for land and buildings, which resulted in an appreciation of their value. And because we insisted on paying the full tax on our earnings without opting for exemptions that many claim by creating not for profit societies, we have legitimate claims to our assets today. In this case, both Raj and I held the same values. Pay your taxes and be happy. That is how we thought. So let's go on to shared values. So here they set up a school paying taxes. They did not set up a not for profit in this case. And this is interesting because they did not apply for CBSE or an Indian board, so they could do that. Oak Ridge follows the international curriculum. Shared values. Our similar values would help us maintain our integrity in other ways too. This is a small but important example. It was in 1997, barely 4 years since we started Vikas. For people who have not been with us in the earlier chapters, Vikas was a junior college or a preparatory college which Raj and Naga started in Vizag in Vishakhapatnam before they started Oak Ridge. We had also just announced new campuses in Rajamundry and Tirupati. So the results of the intermediate exams were important for us to attract students to our college. This is about Vikas. Then someone approached us with leaked question papers and offered us the opportunity to buy them. But of course, we didn't. We felt it was unethical. We were in education, teaching morals and values to our children. Buying question papers for the survival of the institution was not right. Let me go back to my conversation with Gurdeep a little while back. So I had suggested to Gurdeep that when you walk around, please carry a book with you. And she mentioned sometimes she did that. Because I think this is important. It's like when we are talking of ethics, teachers have no right to tell children to read library books when they don't. I've said something hard. Do think about it. You will give children holiday reading, but I'm sure not many will read all the holiday reading books you give. So it's important for you to be seen with books at least, because that's where children get the first connect. The curiosity comes about. And when the curiosity come about, a whole new world opens. They will definitely pick up the book from your desk and ask you a question. So my trick to most schools is tell the teachers to issue library books and just carry them around for 2 weeks, return them. Try this, it'll work. Every month, make it a point. You will issue a library book. For a few months, you'll keep it closed. But I'm telling you, in 2, 3 months' time, you'll open it someday. So do start, or best join us on Saturday, like Gurdeep says. At least we get to read for these 35, 40 minutes. The people who are selling these papers even told us we could pay them after the results. But we stuck to our decision. Most of our competitors bought the leaked papers and later landed behind bars. Fortunately, because our value systems were the same, neither one of us tempted for a second. It's true that we were struggling to stay afloat, but our wider goal was to serve the community as a whole. I usually give the analogy of a curry leaf plant. When a curry leaf plant is very small, you water it, nurture it with fertilizers, and it slowly starts growing. Curry leaf is an ingredient one uses every day, especially in kitchens in southern India. If you pluck 2 or 3 leaves every day, that plant will never grow. Its growth gets stunted. Once you plant it, you must keep nourishing it. Your kitchen requirements can be met by purchasing the leaves from outside. In a few months, when this plant turns into a bush, you can pluck as many leaves as you require. The plant's growth will not get stunted. Even if the whole community starts plucking its leaves, it will still continue to grow and serve everybody's purpose. So, if you can hold yourself back from the initial temptation of plucking those early leaves, it will serve your needs and the whole community needs too. A beautiful story. Delayed gratification, or rather, the ability to delay gratification, is an important life skill and tool for success and wealth creation. Please highlight this and share it in the WhatsApp group. Delayed gratification, or rather, the ability to delay gratification, is an important life skill tool for success and wealth creation. So you could adapt this to your class also. Don't be in a hurry these days to give 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 stars. Push a little every time. Push a little every time. That's how you will encourage the children to learn, and you will also be challenged further to pressurize yourself to perform better. I'll give you an example. Last year we ran a master class. So our master class 2024, we started with 45 teachers. And as we started the class, some more came up. We reached about 53. Now, along the way, when we ran the master class for the year, we realized that large number of teachers who had committed were not able to keep up. So we kept pushing, and yes, we did bring in gratification. We said, okay, if you attend the master classes and submit assignments, you will happily get from us a certificate. So that was a gratification we offered. Now, in the interesting thing about that gratification is when we went through those 10, 11 months in the master class, we realized teachers are still needing more time. So we delayed the gratification. And finally, today, as many as 33 of those 45 teachers have qualified for a certified program of 2024 masterclass. My congratulations to 33, Manisha ma'am. 33 certificates earned in 2024.
Says 32 actually.
32, okay. So 32 of the 45 who originally joined, which meant they put in almost 25 hours of professional learning with us. Thank you so much. We love you for that. And yes, you all can join up for the certification program. Please head to Gurdeep will write the website address diljito.com. So simple. Diljito.com. Can't be simpler than that. And sign up for the certified program. You get a certification from Learning Forward. In case you don't want to get certification, these classes are all free. We don't charge for our classes. It's part of our 5-year celebration of the Learning Forward India Foundation. We are giving 51 free webinars for teachers. It is similar when it comes to financial and wealth management. We followed the discipline. As a result, when we exited from Oak Ridge, we only got fair returns. The people who gave us loans or were our shareholders over the last 20 to 25 years or were associated with us also got their share of gain, which for them was unbelievable. They never expected such returns. So this is cashing in. Sheer providence. But all this would not have been possible without Shomi. I have said this earlier too, and saying it again. Meeting Shomi was sheer providence. So many, you come here, it's sheer providence. And we are glad that we have come here together for hashtag happy teachers. Bless you for that. It's providence. I mean, there's no reason why we are to be here. When we were in Vishakhapatnam and running Vikas, our students were bookish, learning by rote, and only keen on scoring marks. Raj and I were both unhappy and would talk about the quality of students that our feedstock schools, the education system seemed to churning out. For those discussions came up the idea of how it would be if we started a school and how different it could be. We wanted to explore what made a good school. If you want to find out making of My Good School, please read my own book, My Good School. If you want to read with us, we meet every Friday in the afternoon. Gurdeep will add the link to register for the Friday reading in the Teachers Academy, please. And Teachers Academy offers you Zoom meeting, not Zoom webinar. So that is the advantage of joining us on Friday afternoon for reading My Good School. So Raj and I started visiting schools. We visited all successful schools, starting from Coimbatore to Dehradun, and also big schools that were miserable failures. We would try to analyze why they had failed. If we found a school that was perceived as successful, we would try and understand what made them successful in terms of nurturing students. Many times we would just walk in saying we were seeking admission for our children. Schools were funny. If you walk in as a parent or guardian, they welcome you with the red carpet. They will give you all the details that you need. But if you want a formal appointment, as someone interested in opening a school, it takes years. They think you are trying to take a share of their IP. Well, we don't hide anything. Please come to the Learning Forward Foundation and take whatever you want. All our resources, all our knowledge, YouTube, podcast, everything is open source. Most welcome. As I have written earlier, we got to know about Shomi when we had visited Doon School. It should be the Doon School. Well, it's Doon School here, we accept that. After our Doon visit, the three of us returned to Vishakhapatnam, where Shomi would eventually meet us for the second time. So, in the first chapter, the book starts with these people going to Dehradun and visiting the Doon school. And when they were leaving the Doon school, someone gave them Shomi Das's phone number. They got in touch with him in Dehradun, and then Shomi won't believe them that these two young blokes of 20 something could set up a school chain. So he just forgot about them and he said, okay, we'll think about it. He wanted to check them out, he wanted to test their confidence. So this is the second time they are meeting now. We took him around Vikas and showed him what we were doing. Shomi, in principle, agreed to associate himself with our project. While this was going on, we were simultaneously working on a concept note. It showed that the project would be capital intensive. The second issue was if we invested so much in the school, would Vishakhapatnam be able to provide the returns? The choice was either to reduce the specifications or start a school in Hyderabad. We decided on Hyderabad. We had started Vikas in Hyderabad the year before. Shomi referred us to Vijay Gupta, an architect from Delhi, and came up with the suggestion about the kind of curriculum we could have. That is how we set up so many schools, around 50 to 60 after his retirement, not only in India, but also in places like Indonesia. So that is how our dream took shape. Touch and go for almost the entire period, but always backed by self belief and the necessary interventions at the right moment. That is destiny, inscrutable, apparently indifferent, and seemingly unrelated tangle of loose ends. This is an interesting quote. That is destiny. They have described destiny inscrutably, apparently indifferent, and seeming unrelated tangle of loose ends. How nicely written. Now, you just look at this sentence and try and reflect on your life. One such loose strand was already in place in faraway Scotland. Neither Raj nor I was in the picture yet, but Shomi was very much so. That's the chapter for today. We've just finished reading the chapter from Shomi Das's book. This is the book. Please get a copy. Uh, if you can't get a copy, please write to us. We will send you one. We will send it to you post free if you want. If you feel you don't want to invest in a book, you want it free, please write to us. I'll buy one and send it to you. But please get a copy of the book. It's available on Kindle. It's a book you can buy for this year. We only suggest one or two books you buy for your professional self. The chapter we are talking about today is chapter 16, Cashing in on Confidence. Gurdeep, please head to happyteacher.in. Yeah. So just click on Teachers Academy on top, the banner. Click on the banner. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Today's masterclass, Saturday, March 1, 2025. Our chapter, Cashing in on Confidence. The Man Who Saw Tomorrow by Naga Tummala. Gurdeep, question 1. Please read.
Okay. Question number 1. The founders
Yeah,
refused.
Gurdeep, just hang on. Manisha, if anyone wants to buy the book, which someone just wants to know, they can send you a message and you can send that to Surinder. Okay. You know
So I'm
Surinder.
writing that.
Yeah, just forward it to Surinder. He'll take Paytm or WhatsApp or Google or whatever. Surinder will definitely ship the book to you. We have about 7, 8 copies with us. We don't have too many. Beyond that, you have to go to Amazon if you can get your luck on it. And buy the Kindle if you want it right now. And if you still need help to get it, you can WhatsApp Manisha and she'll facilitate that for you. We'll be happy to help. Yeah, Gurdeep, over to you.
Question number 1. The founders refused unethical shortcuts, such as buying leaked exam papers. How can integrity and ethical leadership shape an institution's long-term success? And how do we instill these values in our students?
Okay, pause. So you look at this question, look what's happening around you today. Every year papers are sold. Every year management will install and take out a newspaper advertisement. These are my mug shots of people who talked. Now this is how the capitalist system has become. And why this system is propelling this to happen. Very simple. CBSE wants to give 100% to as many people because it wants to show it has a higher success rate than ICSE or any other board. So this is the unethical competition in the society, which is fueling this need to be unethical. Now the whole story is, yes, being unethical today is easy. You can reward yourself, get dopamine, get more likes, but does that mean to more learning? And ultimately, it's lifelong learning that matters. You may leap across once, but you will not be able to leap across the larger rivers of life as you grow. So please, unethical shortcuts won't work. They may help you sometime, but beyond that, long term success doesn't come. Please reflect about it. Gurdeep, can you show them the reflection space below? Yeah, comments. Just click no comments. There's a no comments there. Just click that. Yeah. So this is how you can put. So Gurdeep, you want to write something here about how being ethical in life helps?
I'm writing in short.
Yeah, you can once
Not
you
good with typing, to be very honest.
just to get example, and just write a few more alphabets more, and then you can use notify me. Do correct your spellings. Correct your spellings. Yeah, use spell check or Grammarly, whatever you want to. Go ahead and use it. We want teachers not to get embarrassed. Yeah, use these suggestions. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there's no
Actually,
error. It's just that it's asking you to become pro at what you want. It's selling something to you. Don't worry about that. Publish. See how we use AI quietly. We give you an example how we use AI quietly. Grammarly is pure AI. It's nothing else. So here's your comment. That's how you reflect. So if you want to answer the questions on top, this is where you answer them. Please go on top. And yes, if you want to write a whole post and if you want to post publish, if you see on the right side, there's some popular posts. Then, of course, you have to sign up for the certified program. So, if you want your post published here, your writings published here, you want news coming of what's happening with you or your life or your school, that's for the certified program. Okay, next question.
okay, question number 2. Overcoming financial struggles and setbacks required persistence and adaptability. As teachers, how can we model resilience in our profession and help students develop perseverance when they face academic or personal challenges?
Good question. Manisha, you want to add anything to it? Overcoming financial struggles, setbacks, adaptability. Yeah, next question.
Okay, question number 3. The curry leaf plant analogy emphasizes patience and long-term rewards. How can educators help students shift their focus from instant gratification to long-term success in academics and life?
Great question. So the curry leaf plant story is good for you to share even in the classroom. The other things you can take away, being ethical, delayed gratification, these are learnings for life you can take away to any school, any class. Question 4.
The authors emphasize their goal of serving the community. How can teachers integrate community service and social responsibility into their teaching to inspire students to contribute positively to the society?
Fantastic. So we have 4 solid questions. If you want to send a post, is the email address there on the blog, Manisha? If someone wants to send a post,
Yes, it is there.
okay, so you can take on a post. We'll give you a complimentary post if that excites you to become a teacher's center certified program applicant. We're happy to do that. Manisha is more than generous to publish most posts the first time. So we will happily do that. So you can, or you can just write your comment below on any of these 4 questions which make you think. Okay, so that's for it. Let's go on the right column today. You can visit our website by clicking on this graphic on top. The website is diljito.com. Let's do this and show it to people. Then we'll come back to happy teachers. So, welcome to the future of learning, how tech will shape education. That's what we're trying to show. So, this is the Teachers Academy. It's a professional learning program. Please join. Just press the button. We ask you no money. Now you're already in the Teachers Academy. Please accept the cookies, it won't harm you. So, the Teachers Academy focuses on reading, reflection, relationships, and professional learning. This is known as a professional learning program. Learning Forward India is an affiliate of Learning Forward. We are acknowledged by the World Bank of Education Group as a learning innovation in the world. So all the detail is here. If you feel like joining a certified program, use the join button. If you don't feel like the certified program, you can register for the webinar from here, which is where you are. And below this, you have impact and other details and stories. So just have a look at it. And this is where we are. Click on the reflection of masterclass here. Click here. We go back to the blog. Now the World Bank's endorsement is there in the right column. There is search facility on this blog. So as a teacher, if you feel like searching something or want to satisfy your curiosity, use the search bar. Below this are some popular posts which have been written and which are trending up. So you may see your post here very soon. There's a very interesting post about the poetry session which has just come on. Can you click on that? So on Thursday evenings, we have a poetry session hosted by quite a rock star, Brinda Ghosh. I think in my life, I haven't met a better poet than her. So if you feel like joining us, it's about 35 minutes at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. is our universal learning time at the Learning Forward India Foundation. We meet 5:30 p.m. Saturday, we meet 5:30 p.m. Thursday. Soon we will meet 5:30 p.m. Tuesday for music, and after that we'll meet 5:30 p.m. Monday for art. We'll have art, music, poetry. Friday reading is middle of the day. It's again in PM. It's around 2 p.m., 10 minutes before, 10 minutes later. It's about 2 p.m. And Friday reading, we only read my book, My Good School. Once we finish this, we will think what to read next. That's all for us. We have shown you lots of tools and tricks and tips. Please use them. If you have any question, write in the chat box. Manisha will be happy to answer. One more thing you can tell them, Gurdeep, is about the fellowship program. Click on that and share your experience as a fellow. You can click on the customized learning. Yeah, click on this logo and go back. Yeah, come back to the web. Do join. Now go back. You have the menu on top. Joy of learning menu. Go on. Yeah. From here, you can take it from here. Joy of learning. Yeah. No. Joy of learning tab. We haven't taken the menu. Yeah, this menu bar here. Unroll. So these are the various programs we have. So fellowships is one of our programs. This is open for teachers. So by doing this, you can become a co-host with us. Gurdeep, please share this.
This one.
Yeah,
Uh,
you became a fellow. So share 2 lines about why you became a fellow and how this is helping you. Why you applied to for the fellowship.
why I applied, I think for two reasons. I want to enhance like my learning, and like I am a co-host here, and it's an another feeling I would say, like co-hosting with Sir and meeting authors, webinars and reading book beforehand, because when we are sharing reflection questions, when we are preparing reflection questions, obviously we have to read the chapter first. So when we are reading beforehand and when we are reading on the day of webinar, like today, so this is reinforcing our learning again and again. So I think I'm learning a lot. And as Sir said, like all 5:30 is a universal time. I think this 5:30 p.m. Is now my me time. So this I'm investing in myself. This 5:30 to 6:30, all of us should fix this time as a me time. Let's learn together.
Brilliant. So, as a part of Let's Learn and as a part of being a passionate teacher, we are there to mentor you. We have talked about mentoring. And let me tell you, we are like no other institution in the world. We have no personal gain from this. Learning Forward India Foundation does not pay any of us. As teachers, inherently, teachers do have this compassion to serve, the care, the love for learning, and we only share that love for learning. And that's why we are here. So, thank you once again. We are done with the day. Join the fellowship program, join the Teachers Academy, but there is no obligation, let me tell you. It's pure love and investment on your personal and social development. Thank you for all the likes and all the claps. The screen just lights up with so much of yellow. Thank you for all that. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. And maybe one day your school also becomes a good school and joins the Good School Alliance. Thank you so much. We come to the end here. If you're a teacher for the love of learning, join us. It's absolutely free. Yes, if you want a certified program, then there is a subscription. Good luck. Enjoy yourself. I bow down to every teacher in you and respect you for what you do. Thank you. Yeah, before we go, the webinar recording will be available on the Happy Teacher blog exactly at the same space where you saw the 4 questions, but in about an hour's time. So, in case you want to share it ahead, please do. Thank you.